We got rained out on the last video. Storm came in really quick as I was cutting down the fenders. They came out okay. I got the one off and that was about all I had time for. I had to wrap everything up, cover up the whole thing with the tarp. So today I got out the wheels and tires that I bought for it, which are 20-inch with 33 by 12.5 tires. Picked them up off Facebook Marketplace for 800 bucks. I felt like it was a pretty good deal. I really like the look of it. I like that it looks a little bit low profile since it's going on a car. So this was what we did last time here. I just wanted to see how the wheels and tires were going to fit with everything, see what else needed to be done. Pretty rough cut at the moment. So today's plan, I'm going to come in, chop back this frame a little bit so we can get rid of this extra space that's behind the fuel tank here. So we'll get rid of that. Looking at the clearance, I've seen people running 33's on Crown Vics before, so I'm pretty sure it's possible. It doesn't look terrible. We'll just have to see how the clearance goes on the frame and the seam there. This side looks the worst, or as far as the closest. I think it looks like I might have to come back and trim that seam back a little bit to give myself some clearance. But definitely changes the look of the car quite a bit, putting those wheels and tires on there. So it gets me excited, motivated to keep going on this. So today I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go ahead and cut this frame down, and then once we got the frame down, I think the next thing is to go ahead and start working on the wiring, trim that back. If you look here in the front, you've got lots of wires that were attached to the inner fenders, so we've got to figure out how to reconnect those. I think I want to try to make the wipers go back on. It's a pretty big assembly plastic piece that goes, so I'm going to try to trim that back. I still got all the harness and everything here to plug it in, so I'll make that look a little neater, a little trimmer. Put that back in, get rid of the air box, just make it so that I can drive it how it sits, and then we're going to work on relocating the battery, take this cable and then put the battery somewhere in the back. So clean up pretty much today, clean up and trim, see if I can get it looking a little better and a little cleaner, and we'll get started on that now, and then we'll get some video after we have it done. That wasn't too bad, pretty easy. Just give it a good cut. It's not 100% straight, I don't think, but I just wanted to kind of get some of that frame out of the way so it's easier to work around. Plus gives me a better idea of where I want to start the bumper and how I want to finish the back of this one. I don't have to see that big piece of frame sticking out. I think I might still trim that back a little bit once I figure out what to do with this tank cover. I was originally thinking I would take the tank and try to move it in front of the axle, but I don't know that that's going to be worth my time, especially if we're going to just use this in the Gambler or whatever. I think what we may do is just keep it simple this year, go ahead and just leave the gas tank where it is, make it look as good as we can, and then if the car is still around, in a year, if we're still interested, then maybe look into changing the gas tank, maybe do a racing fuel cell, something like that. But for right now, pretty good. Next thing I'm going to do is start working on getting this wiring done, and then maybe come in and see if I can trim this back up and give it a little nicer looking shape, and just trim off some of the excess, take off some of the extra wires and stuff. So I'll get working on that and then see if I can get this thing cleaned up.